uh, networking opportunity. Gracias, Cumbia. Cumbia is the magic behind the scenes. She's in our communications department. I'm always very appreciative of her supports. And if you're in this call, it's because you're now one of our 1,445 members. This is a national network of Latino and environmental conservation advocates. We have these kind of calls every month. And this month, of course, we just celebrated the International Women's Day on March 8th. It's a holiday celebrated annually as a focal point of women's rights movements. It gives attention to the issues of gender equality, reproductive rights, and violence and abuse against women. Yesterday, some of you may be still recovering from St. Patrick's Day. And I'm most excited about in 2 days. It's the vernal equinox. So March has a lot of great things. And also on March 21st, since 2013, the United Nations declared International Day of Forests. So on March 21st, make sure you get out and hug a tree. And thank you all again for making the time to be with us here. We'll go to the next slide, please. This is roughly our agenda is very flexible. And I am Francisco Paco Hervides. You have received my emails. I am the membership engagement coordinator for Green Latinos since last May. I am based out of my home office in North Central Ohio. And when finally spring is here, although we have had snow all the way in May, so we're not yet out of the, but right now it's a comfortable, balmy 35 degrees out there. I'm wearing shorts, believe it or not. So, but the reality is that right now things are very stressful at the, of course, at everybody's internal emotions with the current administration, and we know that there are a lot of uncertainty and stress. So we want to make sure that Green Latinos continues to provide these spaces for that are safe, that are uniting our people, and where we can feel comfortable in terms of networking, in terms of sharing our opportunities, and just building a stronger movement. We want to continue supporting each of you in your quest and your programs for healthy environments, equitable benefits of nature, and of course, advocating for those communities that for so long have been denied a rightful seat at the various tables of discussion and of power. So we're bracing for all this social, economic, and political whirlwind. We will always be here. We have been strategizing, and we are always looking for ideas. So again, this spaces are for you, and we're looking forward to today hearing a little bit from one of your own members in the call, Carlos Hoyos. We'll have a spotlight as a member. Let's go to the next slide, please, Cumbia. And there's a feature on, if you hover over your image that has 3 dots on the top, you can update there your preferred pronoun for us to be in tune with your preference. And I also ask to hover over the bottom set of commands where the little heart reaction is. You can give us a thumbs up or any kind of emoji if this is, you joined Green Latinos within the past 60 days, so, just so that we can see who you are and we can welcome you. Okay, I see Claudia. I see Emily. Welcome as new members. We are adding about 1 member a day. So that's frankly is very exciting. And if you're not new, but you know of other people, oh, Catalina's also just raised her hand, so welcome. Again, tell your friends. We're always looking for more and more of us out there to be able to connect. And with that in mind, if folks can maybe fix their hair and we can come off camera and take a quick screenshot of who we are. This is again just for our own records. There we go. Claudia, I hadn't seen you. Welcome. Hey, John. And Kumbia shows up twice because he's taking us. Hey, Natalia, welcome. Jessica, Emily. Don't be shy. There's Catalina. Okay, we're missing just Camila. Can you hear us? Around?
Yeah,
Hey.
sorry, my camera's not working today. I'm not sure why it keeps saying it can't find it.
Okay, don't worry. Okay. Okay, everybody smile. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you so much. You can go back to multitasking if you want. um, and let's show the screen again, please. So at this time, usually we have the presence of our founder, Mark Magana. He's probably at the moment in some large meeting. He actually was the first Latino to serve as senior staff for the White House in congressional leadership. He was a special assistant to President Clinton at the White House, senior policy advisor to the Democratic Caucus Vice Chair Robert Menendez. He has he grew up in Los Angeles, and then he lived for 30 years in Washington, D.C. Just recently, he moved to a few years ago to Boulder, Colorado, with his wife and children. But he also serves on several important boards, like the League of Conservation Voters, uh, Green 2.0, and the Children's Environmental Health Network. But he's actually the mastermind and founder of Green Latinos. So he saw the need for us to, again, convene, to have a space for us to share and benefit from each other's experiences and expertise. So he will tell you how it of course it all started pretty siloed and underrepresented. And fortunately now we're a force to be reckoned. Definitely people recognize the name, and we again are growing our membership. So thank you, Mark, for his vision. And if you don't know Mark, here's a picture that we have. If you can advance the next one, Cumbia. There he is. Pretty cool leader. We wanted to share with you our internal community agreements. This is what the staff is trained when we're onboarded. And it just gives you a feel of the kind of culture. I like working for Green Latinos because we are our authentic selves. We are really always looking at the best intentions of everybody, and we want to encourage that amongst our members. So we want you to prioritize on your self-care, on your own needs, and in a sense, we follow Chatham House rules. If people are not familiar with that, is that we respect confidentiality. So we appreciate that information shared here is not go out for your own safety and privacy. So and especially just try not to use I statements, but maybe well, no, sorry. I statements are favored so that you can qualify your own feelings about things instead of generalizing or stereotyping. Okay. Um, we are committed to building this community, facilitating the opportunities for you um, to develop relationships. We want to center on you as our members. We want to develop your own priorities, your own advocacy. So if you have some needs, again, as your member coordinator, please feel free to reach out to me. We have, and you should be in our list server. And there's also, of course, we'll talk about it later, a membership hub that is opportunities for you to post about events coming up or celebrations or queries. With 1,400 people, we're definitely going to be able to pull our knowledge and answer questions that we may have. Um, our final commitment is to grow sustainably. So we're looking at seeing ways that we can increase, of course, our revenue and diversify, since right now there's the present threat of federal freeze on several grants. So Green Latinos is a community of leaders emboldened by the power and wisdom of our own culture, and we're united to demand equity, dismantle racism, and we are, again, building our resources to fight this climate justice battles, to drive our political, cultural, and environmental liberation. Let's go to the next slide, please. So the basic theory of change is that these are our three pillars, and I apologize why it has the three ones. I hadn't noticed that, but there are, of course, three different items. We convene folks. We put together sessions like webinars. So we do capacity building, and we coordinate advocacy. We do fly-ins to Washington, D.C. for particular issues and priorities. And we're always looking for ways to be involved with various campaigns. So if you have any questions, this is what dictates our theory of change. We're also right now in our third version of our strategic plan, which will come out later this year. So it's our 2025, 2028 strategic plan. So it is now time to hear a little bit from Carlos. Carlos is a workplace manager at the Urban Green Lab in Tennessee. He empowers workplaces to adopt sustainable practices through education, resource sharing, and community building. He's originally from Bogota, Colombia, and moved to the United States as a child. He majored in environmental studies and minored in architecture at University of Buffalo in New York. He likes hikes. He leads children's. He does demonstrations in classrooms. He's interested in mycology. These are mushrooms, right, Carlos?
Yeah, yeah, exactly, Paco.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And he has also dealt a little bit with the financial world. So he has skills in budgeting, teamwork, problem solving, and equity. He's relatively new to the Nashville, Tennessee area, but that's where he is now looking into live music, doing a lot of hiking and traveling. So, Carlos, if you can tell us 10 minutes or so, a little bit more about yourself, we're looking forward to hearing.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Paco, and thank you, everyone. It's an honor to be speaking in front of you. Such a great organization. I've been learning much more about and learn more about in this moment. I am representing Urban Green Lab. It's a not-for-profit organization in Nashville, Tennessee. We just turned 15. We just had our quinceañera. And our focus is on spreading sustainability through education. So we teach communities and we help embed sustainability and empower individuals and to live more sustainably. Urban Green Lab has 4 different divisions that we do that through. We do that through classrooms. So we have Sofia Guerrero, who leads that division. And essentially, she trains educators, educators from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade on how to present sustainability and to their students. She has been doing that, I believe, for about 2 years now, and has trained over 300 different educators in the Nashville Metro schools. In the lifetime of this program, we've reached over 120 different schools in this region. So that's our classrooms division. We used to work with students directly, but that has changed over time, focusing more on the educators and seeing that they can reach more kids than we can if we enable those educators. And then we also have a division that works in households. So essentially, that is just with any individual who wants to learn how to be more sustainable at home. So we have individuals come into our office, and we perform about 3 or 4 trainings in our office where individuals just learn how to be a little bit more sustainable in their everyday practices at home, and then get to take that knowledge to their friends or family once they leave, and hopefully get them to take our course next time. That household division has trained over 180 individuals in the past 2 years. And we try to work with different organizations, different communities. Last year, we worked with the National Public Libraries, the YMCA. This year, we're doing a training with the professional soccer team here in Nashville to reach different audiences. And there might be some other ones that work that, and that's not my division exactly. So I'm sure there's more that Carissa takes on. My division is the workplaces. My division, we work with different non-for-profits, for-profit organizations, and we bring them together in a bi-monthly meeting, featuring different workplaces and featuring different sustainability aspects of that workplace. But essentially, the idea is that we bring different employers or different representatives from different employers to meet and to grow that sustainability community here in Nashville. And that part has been around for about 5 years. And I think we have about 19 to 20 members, organizations that come every time. And we've reached about 600 different organizations since the program started in 2018.
Carlos, have you ever had any of these trainings in Spanish?
No, so that is something that I am looking to do with a local organization that we have here in Nashville, Conexión Américas. And looking at the framework that I've seen a bit on your website, the Climate Justice Initiative, reading a little bit on that, but looking to see. I think a big aspect for me is I'm new to this organization. I've been here for a little bit less than a year, but I am looking to hopefully expand our community reach to the Latina, Latin communities, by trying to figure out exactly how to do that, how to make sure that we're not coming in as a trusted organization or somebody that they hopefully can trust. I don't think that happens just by hoping for that. So that is something and seeing if maybe Green Latinos has any members in Tennessee. From what I saw, there's different chapters around the country, different divisions, but I'm sure there's probably some individual members that are not there on the website listed, of course.
Yeah, we don't have chapters per se. We do have a strong presence in certain states, and we do have our database. I can look up for you who lives in Tennessee or Kentucky nearby.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. And then our one last division that we have is our Special Initiatives Division, and they work directly with environmental justice and working with marginalized communities to help protect them and empower them. And our National Food Waste Initiative goes along with that as well, reducing food waste, rescuing food surpluses. But essentially, from I think what I gathered from Green Latinos, you guys do a lot of policy work. Is that right?
Yep.
And I believe that's something that we're starting to talk about in our organization. That's something that we haven't done yet. We're not sure exactly a little bit of how to begin or how to go about it. And I'm not sure I don't have the authority to say that is something that we're going to do, but it is something that at least I, as an individual, want to participate in and learn more about and see if I can bring to our organization.
And there's a question in the chat box of Urban Green Lab in Colorado. Is Is there any relationship?
Oh, no, that is not a relationship. I know that. No, that's interesting to learn about. No, no relation.
Emily, you care to say anything else? You have your hand up. There you go.
Sure. Yes. Carla,
Hi, Emily.
was curious
Yep.
if you know about stores in Colorado or even other do they
Um,
follow where
You're kind of choppy, Emily.
yeah, I'm sorry, Emily. I didn't catch that. It was kind of broken up.
I'm wondering if you know of an organization like Urban Green Lab in
Oh, so close. I heard you say, do you happen to know?
The Urban Green Lab in Colorado. That's what she was asking. Rephrasing the question.
Oh, sure. Thanks. Like Urban Green Lab in Colorado. Oh, I see where you're. Okay. Um, I am not, but I can gladly mention that or ask my director. He's been here for a decade with this organization, and sometimes he can help us find peer organizations around the country. I'll be in touch, Emily. Thanks.
Anything else, Carlos?
Um, I think, that's a gist of what we do. Um, and I would have liked to have read the entire climate justice document that I found at the Green Latinos. I did not get through that, but I think what I really rung true to me is the idea of trying to reach communities that where sustainability is not always the priority. Of course, right now with the current administration, our current day to day, I think Latinos are obviously oftentimes in the news right now and targeted in a way, of course. And I think climate is falling in the same aspect. Uh, so yeah, exactly trying to figure out how to reach these communities that are not exactly like maybe seeing these effects are there more in environmental climate justice, and they're not exactly have the time or the resources to necessarily devote it. So I think you guys may have a better frame of reference on how to do that.
Yeah, sure. We work in by issues, priorities. So there's and these are called colectivos. So the Latino Climate Justice framework that Carlos is alluding to was put together by the Climate Justice and Clean Air Colectivo. This is actually its second iteration, and people have been endorsing it and adopting it. So definitely it's out there. The resources, just you just have to type in on the internet. We have Public Lands and Ocean Colectivo, for example, and they gave a terrific webinar last week on the impacts of the current executive orders that are, of course, dismantling the federal system. And then we have a water equity.
Yeah.
So based on your interests, people can sign up to receive even more targeted or more specific information. I think we're a small enough group. Oh, Claudia says she's got to jump out. Claudia, before you jump out, you want to just say anything? Uh, United Domestic Workers Union.
I'm so sorry. I have to jump into another meeting, but this is my, first time with you all at Green Latinos. I'm a community resiliency program coordinator for UDW, and currently we're working on developing 5 resiliency hubs throughout the state of California to support our members in climate resiliency and emergency preparedness. We just hired a climate justice organizer that's working out of the Bakersfield office, and we're a California-wide labor union that represents IHSS home care providers and child care providers. So, I look forward to, working collaboratively and figuring out ways that, we can support, the intersections of labor and climate are really important. So, we want to kind of support that and build towards that.
Claudia, before you leave, in our membership hub, if you look at resources, I posted like 2 weeks ago a training from Sachamama, a group on what to do after fires. So
Oh, okay.
how to like respond to the legal implications after a disaster. And it's a free resource that they are members of Green Latinos. They told me, can we share it? So just look at our membership hub and the resources, and maybe you'll find something useful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I just signed up, so I'll be exploring, and let me put my email in the chat if anyone wants to connect or finds ways that UDW can kind of collaborate in any capacity. Happy to connect with you all.
Gracias, Claudia. Thank you.
Okay, have a great day, everyone.
We'll take just a few minutes for everybody to maybe tell us where they're from, where they're calling us from, what your main daily activities are, and then if you have any issue or alert that you want to share with the rest of this small group here. And I'll go just in no particular order. Brian, if you want to introduce yourself, Brian White.
Thank you, Paco. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. I appreciate the opportunity to speak briefly. This is my first member session. I don't think I remembered to raise my hand a moment ago. I sit.
Oh, he froze. Brian? Did he froze for everybody? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We'll hear from Brian again.
And a moment ago. I sit 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 and a moment ago.
Sounds like he's having some audio issues. Yeah, maybe pass the mic on for now, Paco.
Okay, you want to try it again, Brian?
I sit and a moment ago. I sit and a moment ago. I sit and a moment ago.
I'm not sure
I
what's
think he
happening.
needs to reset his Zoom. He said he's going to do that. So
Yeah.
So
Brian,
Brian,
if you try to enter again, I'll readmit you.
that's Cumbia asking Brian to please log off and then log back in. Thank you. Okay, we'll go to Mylene.
Hi, everyone. This is my first member meeting. I am a recent law school graduate, and now being sworn in next week. I'm currently just a full-time mom at home. My focus is becoming an environmental lawyer, energy lawyer, and focusing on climate change and, just driving that needle forward in litigation, policy drafting. That's pretty much it. I worked with a lawyer at Earth Justice who had recommended in becoming a member of Green Latinos. I am a Latina from the island of Puerto Rico, and just trying to build community and meeting folks that are similar minded and focused on the same movement.
You live in Puerto Rico?
No, plan to. I want to go back home, but no, currently in New York.
Okay, no, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Melanie, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thanks, Paco. Hi, everybody. I'm Melanie Santiago Mosier. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. My day job is I work for the Nature Conservancy. I am the Nature Conservancy's Equitable Energy Transition Advisor. So basically, I lead energy justice work for TNC. I am based in Baltimore, Maryland, and work from home. And yeah, I've been a member of Green Latinos for a long time. And I think this is my second member call that I've joined. Mylene, I'm an attorney and like have done some policy stuff, so I'd be glad to chat with you and brainstorm some potential, I don't know, ideas just to talk. Happy
love
to
that.
do that. Yeah.
I really want to jump in.
Yeah.
I have all the energy in the universe. I want to expend it. Sorry.
Yeah.
And also, Mylene, we have a job board in our membership fund and in our Slack channel.
Thank you. I've been navigating through the last few days. Thank you.
Anything else, Melanie?
Oh, I guess I'd just say I probably, like many others, I'm navigating a lot of uncertainty in my professional life and personal life because of what's going on with the current administration. Because my role is focused on equity, it's a very odd time, and it's I work for an organization that is very risk averse, and I would say is not showing up as the leader that I would like them to show up as. And so it's navigating that internal tension and fear in an equity role is kind of challenging right now. But I guess that's why it's really nice to be in spaces like this with others who are also trying to navigate this time.
Yeah, the fear of being labeled terrorists or losing funding was putting people on edge. But I think we sympathize. I sympathize with you. Thank you, Natalia. You're muted.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah. Hi, can you guys hear me? Yeah, sorry, I'm at a coffee shop, so it might be kind of loud. My name is Natalia Guzman Vergil. I'm based in Tucson, Arizona, and I work for a nonprofit called the Arizona Wildlife Federation. I'm the education coordinator with them, and I've been hearing about Green Latinos for some time. Actually, had some friends who went from Tucson to DC to support Green Latinos. So I feel like I really wanted to learn more about Green Latinos. I'm really happy to be here at my first member meeting. I think I'm in a similar situation. So my job is a conservation organization. And actually they're pretty conservative facing. I work with a lot of scientists, but we have a big hunting legacy group. And so we kind of were preparing for Trump to come into power even last year. So we changed a lot of our DEI language to protect ourselves from last year. So that has been really nice. I'm very thankful that my supervisors and coworkers are very adamant about not changing anything we're doing and moving forward. We work with a lot of women of color and children from minority groups. I take them hiking and camping. So I've also been a bit nervous about everything that's happening. My job itself has been secure, but it's really hard when we partner with Park Service and Forest Service, and now all of our partners are losing their funding. So I second and third what everyone has been saying of just being in a community with other people who are going through it and finding ways to have solidarity, both in the Latino community and also in the conservation world.
Definitely. Thank you. Thanks so much for telling me.
Yeah, nice to be
here. Your email. Thank you. Brian, you want to try it again?
We'll see how I go. Thanks for everybody's patience with me. Brian White, he, him. I reside in Austin, Texas, and I work for an organization that's based in Broomfield, Colorado, right down the road from Boulder. The services and products we offer at Elephant Energy is very much involved in the energy transition. We're trying to get folks to stop burning fossil fuels in their homes and adopt electric technologies. We're also very interested in making sure that the energy transition is just and equitable. So there's some definite common themes between what I saw with the climate justice and clean air collectivo. And then personally, here in Austin, I'm involved in organizing various climate events and climate tech meetups and things. I don't think anybody was from Texas, but if you ever make it down to Austin, be delighted to meet and get a cup of coffee and keep talking.
We have a strong presence in Texas, right? It's actually one of the top 3 states where we have members. So when you have
that's one of the reasons I landed here.
Excellent. So we will definitely promote your events amongst our members. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter the state, but I'm just highlighting the fact that Texas, we have a strong contingency in place. Excellent. Jessica.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Herrera. I use she, her pronouns. This is my first member Encuentro. I just started working for Green Latinos 2 weeks ago as the Colorado in-house counsel. So I'm an attorney. I actually don't have a background in environmental law, so it's definitely an adjustment for me. Yeah, if you guys want to get together and talk to the attorneys about environmental law, I think that would actually be beneficial to me. My background is in legislation and policy in general. I spent the last almost 4 years working for the as in-house counsel for the Colorado General Assembly. So I drafted, bills about every topic, not just environmental issues. But now I'm really, trying to dive into all the federal laws and statutes and regulations. So yeah, I am learning as well.
Welcome. Thank you. Yes, we have about 3 dozen staff throughout the country, from Hawaii and up to Ohio, Illinois. We have a strong presence, DC, California. So you may bump into some of us, new members, and we continue to grow. Catalina, I saw you turn on your video. You're able to introduce yourself? Okay.
Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you, Paco, and thanks for hosting this Encuentro. This is a lot of fun. This is my first Encuentro with Green Latinos. I found out about them because I applied to a couple jobs with you all. And so it's just been looking for work, but also trying to build community with other like-minded folks. So this is a really, really cool thing to be a part of. I'm currently in Brooklyn, New York, but I'm from Miami, and my background's in policy and environmental law. So kind of along the same lines as a couple of us here on the call, which is really exciting to see. And yeah, I just had a baby, so I'm at home, but super excited to get back in the work field and yeah, just be a part of the movement.
Thank you. Emily?
Well, let's give this a try again. Can you hear that? So, okay, I'm listening to my phone, so let's try this.
Okay, he's using the chat function. Who has the area code 970-581-4573? Somebody calling from that phone. 970-581-4573. That's Emily. Okay. Access to speak. On the phone. Oh, yeah. Can you give Emily or the phone access to speak?
They should be able to unmute themselves, but
The 3 buttons you can unmute yourself, Emily. Or the bottom left where it says audio.
they might not be able to speak right now. I asked them to unmute.
Can you hear me? Should I try this? So.
Yeah. Well, let's use the chat function for you, Emily. Yes. It must be the speakers, the technology. Well, we have Cumbia on. You wanna just introduce yourself quickly, Cumbia?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Cumbia Padilla. I'm the communications coordinator here at Green Latinos. I've been working at Green Latinos for almost 2 years. My 2-year anniversary is May 15th. Yeah, and I help with all of our colectivos here, you know, across the board with our water program, our climate justice program, all of our state programs, and I do a lot of the social media, photography, and website management. Nice to meet you all.
And you're based in
Oh yes, I'm based in Humboldt County, California.
California, West Coast.
Way in the north, yeah.
And another relatively new hire is Camila. Camila, you want to say hi? Oh, she put a message to me by back. I don't know if she's back yet. Camila is, I believe, the Ocean Equity Manager. But she's also on the West Coast, though. Pretty sure. Okay, let's go back to the slide deck, please. Did I miss anybody? So we touched a little bit on some of these benefits. The membership hub is really exciting. So you should have received an email. Navigate through our website where it says membership hub, log in. If you're having trouble, please send me an email and I'll reset your password. But inside the membership hub, you'll find job board, you'll find forum, you'll find social media toolkit, you'll find discussion areas, events calendar. There's just a lot of resources that we've created. And I'm in conversation right now with the Red Cross to even coordinate some blood drives with them in different areas. So, and if you want to promote any of your own documents, blueprints, Brian, of energy transition, anything that you want us to magnify, this was created for you. Let's go to the next slide. This is one of our last in-person conferences. But I was mentioning these colectivos, these subgroups within the members that you can feel free to sign into, the Climate Justice and Clean Air, that feature that Latino Climate Justice Framework, the Sustainable Communities Collectivo, the Public Land and Ocean Collectivo, and the Water Equity Collectivo. And we have staff leading all of that. And they're really just promoting a sense of community, Comunidad, where we, of course, prioritize on the future policies that these themes may need. So I think, yeah, the climate justice is the one that is most related, and sustainable communities. Well, the first two are the ones more related to energy. And then I'll just read really fast. Emily, she's based out of Fort Collins, Colorado. She's doing consulting firm, comprehensive plan, sustainable efforts across the Mountain West. She's starting her own firm, nice, and focusing on local projects, mostly working with environmental justice, public participation, and there she has her LinkedIn. Thank you, Emily. That's great. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Some of you have joined at no cost to be members. Some of you have given a symbolic amount between $5 and $100. Some of you joined as individuals. Some of you joined on behalf of your organization. Really, the benefits are the same. We want to be as inclusive as possible, but we really appreciate when individuals or organizations are able to contribute a symbolic amount to our unrestricted funding. This is a small source of revenue for us, but it's also just symbolic. And it's at your 12-month anniversary, this membership should be renewed. So we appreciate those that are able to pledge up higher than your previous year, if possible, if you see any benefits. And also we want to please tell other people about us. Let's go to the next slide. This slide just highlights what I was talking about earlier. the job possibility in our board, alerts about trainings coming in, about trips to DC for what we call our fly-ins. So last year we were giving very, very big grants to our Justicia and Equidad programs, through our urban forestry and greening cities initiative. We did disbursed a lot of money. We're now a later stage of these grants, but still, whenever we hear about new opportunities, we're going to be posting them. And we also even have merchandise in Atendita, so you can also be the first in your community to deck on some hat or a t-shirt of Green Latinos. I am working on creating a resume bank for people to also send us their resume, and if we hear from people looking for specific talent, we're able to do that connection for you. So just use us at your leisure. Last month, for example, I remember the Sierra Club Puerto Rico was promoting their anniversary. So that's coming up on the 26th of March. If anybody's going to be in Puerto Rico, reach out to us so we can get you the information to be able to join them. Next slide, please. So I went ahead in terms of people introducing themselves, but does anybody have any other announcements they want to share in? Anything else that they'd like to contribute to this group right now? They can get go off mute or also use the chat. And while we do that, we'll go to the next slide. Can you please tell us more about the resume bank? Oh, it's a working program right now, Emily. That's why it's not there. Basically, if you want to send me your resume, I'm collecting them right now, and then when we have enough, we're just working on the confidentiality and access so that people we can control and for your own security who reads your resume. But I am collecting them right now, and then if there's a match of your interest with organizations that are telling us we're looking for this kind of profiles, I'll make the introductions and I'll have the resume available. You're welcome. These are just examples of some recent events we've had. The Ocean Equity Colectivo did this webinar in February of how to protect ourselves from deep sea mining, the threats of deep sea mining. We also have a self-care session that we did, and this is part of the Protegete series. Like I said, we're unveiling a Slack channel for people that prefer to use that. We had earlier, I don't know if Ryan, you were able to participate, there was an Encuentro in Houston at the beginning of this month, and March 6th. That was an in-person meeting, and there's the two other Encuentros that I mentioned about the executive orders that was last week. We have the recording. If people want to send me an email, I can share the recording. And there's the celebration of Puerto Rico's 20th anniversary coming up next week. We will be having our annual national summit in August. Usually it happens in May, but right now we're pivoting in terms of funding and location, and we're still trying to figure out if we're going to do it in person or virtual. Just stay tuned. Next one, please. And there's my contact information. So right now, again, we're just hoping to start a relationship with you, for you to know us, know of the resources that are out there. And I'm your point of contact if you should need anything. It's my first and last name, Francisco Yervides, known as the two O's together. greenlatinos.org. That's my cell phone. I'll pause a second if there's any questions. Otherwise, that's it for now. And mark your calendars. Every second Tuesday of the month around this time is when we get together. We didn't do it the second Tuesday of this month because we have the Encuentro of the public lands. So we are able to adjust. Natalia.
Hi, yeah, I do have a question for you and maybe other people who are on this call. I'm looking for resources to motivate myself to continue doing DEI work, specifically with the Latino community. But do you guys have like a resource board with, people who are on the ground doing work or authors or something? I'm looking for it, and I've also been asked by many people around me for some sort of collection of maybe like hopeful writings or environmental justice work that's coming out at this moment.
We have a few in our membership hub. Under the resources tab, you can just navigate, and you can also use keywords. But we're always looking for new ones. So if you hear from some, we can upload in there. You're welcome to search through, and you can download them. We have permission to share them. So in our resource hub, and if you are not able to access the hub, just send me an email and I'll resend your request. Anybody else have resources from on working on DEI they'd like to share? Again, so whenever we find any, we will upload them on the resource tab. And I made a note, so if I hear of new ones, I'll send you a quick alert. Well, thank you all. I'll give you back 6 minutes of your time, and appreciate you the chance to get to know you. And again, welcome to our family, our community. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you.